Hey guys, welcome to Hurdy Burke Internet Broadcast Network, and I'm going to stay in the lower corner of the video tonight. I've had quite a few people wanted me to do a presentation on how and why does a video good for small business. So I've got a real short slide presentation tonight. Yeah, I'm sitting in a little cubby hole. Lighting's not perfect, but you know what? It's more of an education video, so it won't take too long. I'll try to run through it, but it is real important that small business really, and I know a lot of them are using it, but there's a lot of businesses that still haven't caught on how effective video can be for your target market. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go through this. But the first thing is, so how does video help a small business, and why does a small business need it? Well, there's several problems, and I've identified four. I've created a lot of YouTube channels, shot a lot of video, and worked extensively in consulting on the YouTube side of the video platform. But there's four main reasons why a small business doesn't generally get started using video. And these are four things I've kind of compiled from reading articles and blogs and my experience out in the market. The first one is, where does one begin? In talking to lots of small business, a lot of them have wanted video online, but they had no idea where to start. Obviously, if you're working, in your business, if you're not working, on your business, you don't have time to work in your business. So time is another element of why folks don't get started using video. And then, of course, there's a budget. And budget, could be that the business just needs to find a way to maximize funds, or they might have to rearrange some of the advertising they're doing now. But of course, money budget's always somewhat of an issue. And then the last one I've kind of added is I deal with a lot of accounts that have been around, brick and mortar, mom and pop shops, small businesses that have been around for a long time, and a lot of them in my age demographic. And so there's a lack of computer skills or the tools to be able to go through the process of uploading videos and making sure they're optimized, and paying attention to the little things, the in-between things from experience that I've done in the past that keep, that aren't, they're easily learned, but they take a lot of repetition learning and some discovery learning. So why YouTube? There's a stat on here that I read on Real SEO that's not on this page right here, but I will tell you that YouTube is the second largest search engine. It's Google 1. Google's the first. 100 hours of video is uploaded every minute. You've got 1 billion unique visitors every month, 4 billion videos watched each day, and 41% of all traffic YouTube is mobile devices, and that's a real big push that you're going to see continue to happen. I know that one of the reasons that you're seeing that is people are constantly searching on their mobile devices, so you can be assured that that traffic's going to increase as time goes on. But here's a real cool stat I read on an article posted by Real, REEL SEO, if you want to go check them out. 500 years of video, YouTube videos are watched on Facebook every day. Now, I couldn't wrap my head around that, but that's crazy. 500 years of YouTube videos are watched on Facebook every day. Crazy, right? All right. So what does it take to create a video, and what are the steps? And there's four that I use. The first one is you got to capture video. I always tell people 101, there's a lot of great tutorials on Google if you want to learn how to start shooting video for yourself. Of course, you can use your phone. You might have an iPhone, or you might have an Android system with nice camera in it. But it wouldn't hurt to invest if you're going to start maybe a video camera 200 to 600 range. And on the 600 range side, I'm really talking about a camera that has a place to plug in audio in case you have to be a distance from somebody you're shooting, or you're shooting something and you need to capture the audio. You can get wireless lavaliers, plug them into the mic jack. So look at the higher end, but you don't have to spend a lot to get started. One of the things that a lot of us have to do in this business is when we shoot a video on the camera, we have an SD card, is maybe my PC won't play or edit an MPEG-4, and so I have to convert it to a WMV because I'm on a PC. So there's conversion that software that you have to get, and you have to be able to convert it so you can get it into your editing for whatever program you're using. And then, of course, there's the edit of the video. When you upload a video to YouTube, you want to make sure that it's good. And you know, the editing part could mean adding logos, inserts of pictures, maybe adding some music. YouTube has an audio library now that you can download music and then upload it with full permission to your YouTube channel. And then there's the public and the distribution, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But the publish and the distribution is that when you upload to YouTube, basically you have the ability to share a single video just about anywhere. And we'll get into some of that in a minute of exactly some of the places you can do it. I've got some common ones listed here tonight. So we'll get into that. Once you have a video on YouTube, and I look at each video as kind of being an individual website, right? So once you learn how to use the share tool on the YouTube channel, you can just about click on any icon under the share button and share it back to your social networks. You also are given a shortened URL link where you can copy that and paste it in newsletters, blogs, things of that nature. But you can also email direct to a client a link right from the YouTube channel. One of the most popular things people do is you embed on the website, and I will tell you a little trick here. I've had several people tell me, hey, I won't post anything on YouTube because when I embed it on my website, related videos come up and play at the end. And I said, well, there's a little trick, and that is this, is when you share a video and then you click on the embed, a code comes up. But underneath that code is a little box. It says, you uncheck it, it says, if you uncheck this box, it won't play any related videos that are embedded on your website. So that goes for your blog also. So you can link to a blog, you can embed in a blog, you can link to newsletters, you can embed in a newsletter, you can create playlists now that are a lot simpler than they used to be on YouTube, where you can divide up categories of videos into certain playlists so that you can send out that URL if it's a common part 1, part 2, part 3, or if they're just related videos. You get custom thumbnails. There's a place to verify your channel, where once you verify your channel, you can go in and add some custom thumbnails where you might have the same picture that brands a certain, like my radio show on there has my picture that you see in the bottom of this broadcast. That's consistent throughout my brand. So that's the first thing people see on the thumbnail, and it, of course, brands it with the radio show. Inline video brandings, where you have the little picture in the top right-hand corner. If you watch the archive, you'll see it up there. You can link to a website inside the video. It's called annotations, and you need to associate your website. And this is where I help a lot of clients with consulting is, once you verify your channel, there's another advanced setting on YouTube where you need to go in and associate your website. There's a box, you put it in, but then you need to turn around and go over to Google Webmaster Tools and enter that URL. If any of you are redirecting a domain to a blog and your blog's name different from your original URL, you need to make sure that your associated website is the original URL and not the redirect, because then you won't be able to verify it. You also have the video manager. The video manager is really the kind of the what I call the managing partner for YouTube, and that is once you're on your channel, you have the ability to go back in, change titles, re-edit, and do some of the things within that. You can delete, you can change them from a public video to a private video to an unlisted video. Those are things to be determined, and there's good reasons why there's some private, some unlisted. I won't get into that tonight, but just realize that you have some pretty cool options on Facebook. The next thing is just some more stats that I've pulled from some online stats from YouTube and looking around on the internet. And one of them is that in a study from Brightroll, Surveying 150 top advertisers, 91% believe online video is equally or more effective than display advertising, and 75% believe it's more effective than TV. I would say that TV does drive a lot of traffic back to YouTube, because people may advertise on that and then send them over to YouTube, you know, and you see links on advertising and see us on Facebook and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And that you're 53 times more likely to rank higher in Google if you have a video on your website versus those that have not. Now, let me talk about that a little bit. I'm one of these guys that don't believe that you should be just doing your videos for SEO. SEO has been tossed around quite a bit. What you should really consider doing is building your video library on YouTube to get out to your target market. So the most important thing a small business can do before they even start video is to figure out what their target market is. If they don't know that, they're probably not going to be real effective. And I will tell you that even on the YouTube playbook, it tells you that you should build your videos for your target market. SEO, search engine optimization, of course, is really more about getting your website in order. And if that's in order, and I highly recommend that if you have a website designer, that they be following the Google Webmaster Tools. There's all sorts of things that can be done to optimize your site, and you should have somebody look at your website. And I have plenty of people that I partner with, that I push out my clients to SEO, because my area's niche is video, but I will tell you that you really need to develop your videos to go strictly after your target market. Search will take care of itself, but the most important thing you can do is get your site registered at Google Webmaster Tools, upload your sitemap there, make sure that it has the proper tags and titles, but you really need to be working with a webmaster that understands the Google Webmaster Tools, all right? Your business website has a chance of getting 64% more visitors if you use online video marketing. I think that's fairly obvious. Think about how many videos you watched this week, last month, what you're attracted to when you go online. And you have to understand that video is always working 24/7. There might be somebody watching it, and you don't have to be shaking hands with them, right? And I think that video adds a huge credibility. When a business owner gets on video and talks about his business and talks about his passion for what he does, that really builds a lot of know, like, trust with your audience, with your potential new clients, and that's really important. And I tell people a lot, it's great to have handwriting videos, and animation's great, and you should use those. They're really cool, but you should have, you know, quite a few videos that are kind of what I call on screen, so that you can build that know, like, trust and get people to get a feel for who you are and what you're doing online. All right? I developed this little, I had one of my web guys build this for me. It's real simple, but the center of my universe, because this is my niche, is working with video in the YouTube market. I've kind of posted out the side of these all the different places you can post a video YouTube once you have it uploaded to YouTube, the video. LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, your website, Blogger is what I use, and that's why I have it listed, but WordPress, all those, your Twitter, newsletters, and of course Google Plus is attached to your YouTube channel now, so you can set it up where it automatically shares what you upload, gets shared over to your G Plus account. Now, there's been some changes on Google Plus. I'll mention those really quickly. For those of you that have a Google Plus account, you know, if you had a Google Places business page, that was the old way they did it. They just moved that over to Google My Business, and some of you may be needing to check on your, go and log in to your Gmail, whatever, and make sure that you have a verified Google My Business page. I know some people have gotten some letters that have duplicate sites because maybe they moved from a business and they were a contractor, and that old address is from where they used to have office, but now they've got their own business and now they have two of those. So definitely check into that. But the bottom line is you want to be sharing your video from YouTube to all these places. LinkedIn now allows you to post video under the summary area. You can always post links on Facebook. You can create a video board if you want to, like a bulletin board on Pinterest, and you can share my radio shows, go over to a specific internet radio show that I do, so I always make sure I post them over there. I have video from clients scattered out my website. You can embed on Blogger, so you could write a blog around one of your videos, and of course on Twitter you can shorten the link and upload it Twitter and then in your newsletters, it's always great to give them something visual so you can post it there. So that you're kind of unlimited in your creative ideas, what you want to do with video. All right. So what about video? What should they be like? How long they should be? What can I use them for? You know, what are some different tips and tricks for getting video out online? And I would suggest that you really think about doing short clips in the 1 to 2 minute range. 1 to 2 minutes may not seem like a long time, but if you're on camera and you start coming up with points, you'll find out that's a very long time. I've seen great videos in the 30-second range, and I've seen longer videos in the 3 to 4 minute range that are really good because maybe they're demos and they really keep the interest, but man, they've got to be really interesting to keep the attention for more than 1 to 2 minutes. So kind of keep it in that range. And with Instagram and Vine, I think Vine's 6 seconds, Instagram's 15. People's instant gratification, you know, you have a real short time to make a first impression. So keep those clips short. You can use video for demos. Education tips are great. How-tos, and I didn't write that on here, and I should have. How-to is a really highly searched genre. Address client and customer questions. In other words, what's the top 5 questions? You have a Q&A on your website or frequently asked questions. Convert those to videos. That's always a great thing to do. That way you can put those on those different landing pages on your website, and those can be replace those text questions that you have, right? Of course, activity engagement. Relevant content is content that's being shared, right? It's being looked at, it's being shared, it's being liked, it's being pushed out, it's being talked about, it's being commented on. So activity engagement really plays a huge role in branding your videos in your local market, and the best way to do that is just send them out to your friends, right, on your Facebooks and all the people you have on maybe your business page on Facebook, and just ask them to help you, and if they like it, to share it out, or maybe share it with a potential client that needs your service. It's really that simple. You should always put some sort of call to action at the end of a video. Go check out my website. You know, something really subtle. You don't have to hard sell. You can if you want, if that's your personality, but have some sort of call to action. Visit the website, call us. Love to sit down with you and visit one-on-one if something you saw on here got your attention. Make them personal. I'm a little different here in the fact that I really don't allow a lot of my clients to get too scripty. I want them, I'll maybe tape bullet points to my chest, literally, during a shoot. I want them to be themselves, and they know their business better than anybody, and I want them not to be thinking of ifs, ands, and buts and every word that they've got on a script. Sure doesn't hurt to map it out, practice it a couple times, you know, in front of the camera, but you really want them to put their personality and be on that scripting, so not scripting, so that they look at the camera and they're not thinking and rolling their eyes, right? When we're thinking, we're looking around. It just doesn't look right. And when you see scripted videos, what do we do to TV commercials? And when we're watching something, we push right through them, right? We ignore them. Customer testimonials are another great video. If you have a chance to get some of your customers on camera, standing next to them, or have somebody shoot you standing next to them, you might start by saying, "Hey Bob, it was great that you used our business. Can you tell the people watching this why you chose us?" Right? Just that simple, but they're great. All right, so your video should be building trust, right? Know, like, trust. I said that earlier. That's the key to making sure that your videos, and this is one of the reasons all these things are real important for small business. This is why they need to be using video, because you never know who's going to see it in your local market, and if you start pushing these out, they'll make a big, huge difference. All right, so on this page, I showed you an example. Probably can't read it because it's a little bit small, but let me go through it. This is just a channel layout of one of my clients, and this is their banner at the top, and then I've got some arrows on here because I teach this presentation to some groups, and I'm showing them some of the things like making sure in your description box that you've got your web link in there back to your website, and you have to use the full website, HTTP. A lot of people just put www, doesn't work. But they've also increased the length of this description box now, so you could actually add another link in there if you wanted. But you want to make sure your description in your box with your video you upload is pertinent to what's in the video, right? You don't want to be spamming. And you want to make sure your titles are about what the video is about, but you don't want to necessarily use the name of your company here. You really want to kind of think about how people might search for this. For instance, this is a sprinkler repair company, so we put on there, how to, sprinkler repair, Georgetown, Texas, or sprinkler problems or irrigation problems. We go after what people will be typing in their local area, and then that query, if Google deems that video to be something that close to what people are looking for, then they might pull it up in the search, okay? All right, and then on this page, I basically go into, this is a standalone video on YouTube where I show people sprinkler system troubleshooting, Georgetown, Texas, and then I draw arrows to the embed, the share. These are the links under all the icons underneath, and the shortened URL where people can literally click on those and share that video back out. So that feature, boy, I tell you, the internet's come a long ways. The fact that you can even do that today is very cool. All right, so the next one is that you can highlight right up here. I put their website URL on here. Now, I used to do this on the videos when I was editing, but now when I upload videos to YouTube, I go ahead and put this URL title on it when I upload it. In some cases, some people, because if somebody changes their website, you've pretty much got a permanent watermark. So I tell people that there is, through annotations, a way to create your title at the bottom, and then if you were to, say, create another website or you've got another domain, you don't have it watermarked, right? You can go in and change it right on the Google YouTube. So the share buttons here, you've got the ability down here to see the description of it. Your website link, again, I point right here because that's real important that you put that in there. All right, guys, so we're winding down. So my product in Austin area is a Video 6-pack that includes 6 videos. It does all the editing. It does all the uploading. I consult on the YouTube channel with the client. We get that effectively built out for them. I do all the uploads. I do all the search inquiries, and I make sure titles are proper, and I make sure they're descripted, and basically I'm managing the channel for them. Because remember, we want business owners to be working in their business, not on it. And if you're doing this, this is a lot of work, as all y'all know that are in the video business and in this business know that it's time consuming, and this is one that goes back to one of those 4 problems, right? I don't have the time. All right, so there's my contact information, Hurdy Burke. There's my phone number, my email, Twitter, Facebook. You guys can watch this over and catch that, but I want to thank you. That's kind of a brief overview of why and how small business, why they need video online, how to use it. This is what I do. My niche is strictly in this arena. Anything else that's concerned with like real SEO, where you want to get your website maximized by listing for all search engines and having somebody come in and really work that for you, that's something that I outsource. My arena and expertise is right here. This is what I pay attention to. This is what I research. I've been doing this for a lot of years and have a great understanding of, even more so on the back end than the video itself. The videos I shoot are really simple: logo front, logo back, URL on the bottom, and personal, know, like, trust. So you guys have a great evening. Thanks for joining my Hangout, and hope to see you guys. We broadcast every Tuesday night from 7 to 8. We cover local small business here in Austin. I have 10 sponsors for that radio show. So come join us every Tuesday night from 7 to 8 right here on this YouTube channel. And you guys have a great evening, and thanks for letting me share. And I hope I helped a little bit. If you have any questions, email me or call me. Good night, everybody.